Hey guys, Beth Murphy here. So I had something on the back burner, and I usually wait until I feel like I'm in the mood to do something, and then I know it's the right time to do it. You know, you guys probably have that stuff too. So you basically are my INFJ friends, and then also because of my background in metaphysics, I'm always noticing things that have to do with energy, and I feel like I have a different experience in the world. But I feel like my other INFJ friends have their little things too that are kind of not the norm. They're a little, maybe they have had different experiences, paranormal or what have you, and sometimes they don't even know what to make of it. But this has always been my background and my interest and my pursuits. So I like to listen to my INFJ friends and kind of figure out what's going on, because I love that stuff. So I have my playlists. We have our INFJ. We have our Energetically Speaking. That's I'm going to do a good video that you guys will like very shortly. I've really been eager to do. But this one, this will be the first one for my playlist called Metaphysics, because I always had the desire to talk about something that we all have in common, no matter what type we are, and that's dead people. And I know it sounds funny to laugh and say that phrase. It seems strange, but I'm only laughing because it always seems strange to me that the majority of the population tries as hard as they can not to talk about dead people, when these are the people that they love more than anything, and they're gone, and it's like they just don't know what to do, so they don't talk about it. From my background and the way I kind of understand, and my INFJ weirdness, I think they're all as backwards as they think I am, because I can't imagine you hear you love someone, maybe your whole life or half your life. If it's a parent or a spouse, it's half your life. And then they're gone and you're just not supposed to talk about it. That is crazy to me. You know, oftentimes society is crazy to me. And I, as an INFJ, I just keep it to myself. If you don't know what type you are, you might want to take the Myers Briggs, because it may illuminate some things for you. Because the kind of person that I am, I'm a feeling, intuitive type, like my INFJ friends I hang out with. And we just get each other. 80% of the world, the sensor thinky types, those are the ones that don't want to talk about things that aren't here anymore. They interact with their world with what they can physically sense and see. So they don't want to have the deep conversations, that INFJs will. And I'll put different tags on this video because I want other people to find it, the other feelers. Because to me, again, it's crazy. And I see people suffering when someone passes away and they just can't let go, or they don't know what to do. And I do know what to do. I haven't talked about my mom's story, but I will one day, because it was pretty traumatic, and I think somebody could get something out of it. But anyway, so we're going to get to my main story today. I'm going to show you an example of what I might call synchronicity, or what it is the ability for anyone that you have connected with, anyone that you love, you are still connected with them. You may not realize that, and you may not even try to talk to them. But if you do try, if you believe that they can hear you, you can develop a relationship with them in a different way. Now, again, the sensor thinky types of the personality population, they're not up for this. So if this, you clicked on this by accident, if that's you, I'm really not talking to a large group of people. I'm talking to the people that are usually drawn to my type of thinking. We don't need things proven. There are people that can witness patterns, and then that can be enough of a belief for them. Okay, that's what metaphysics is about to me. Things we can't prove, but we've seen it over and over and over, and our intuition tells us it's correct. So, you want to have a connection with your person when they pass away, and it involves understanding that things are going to be different. That's actually too much information for this video. Honestly, I'm going to get to my point and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll set it up for you. My mom passed away again, as I said, and I used to call her. You'll understand at the end of the story. I used to call her Mother, just to be cute, okay? Because there's some old song, it's older than me, about some kid at camp, and he writes his parents, hello mother, hello father. And I don't know, I think we were in the car, it was on the radio, and then later I said it, just started calling my mom mother, and I think she probably giggled or something, so I just kept doing it. And then I kind of forgot even why. I just said it for fun. And then another thing I have to tell you as part of the story is my mom would do this cute little thing where when we were kids and even way, way beyond, she would just say boo to you, maybe to break the silence, or she's just being silly. She wouldn't sneak up on you, just in conversation or walk in a room, or again, if it was quiet, she'd just go boo. And then you look at her and she might say, did I scare you? And then I guess we just laugh because that was kind of silly, right? So, this would happen often enough, a boo. You get a boo. Okay. So fast forward, I did lose my mom. Shortly after she passed away, within a matter of days, I got boos. Now my husband did it, but he knew my mom, so he was probably just trying to be sweet and cute. But it is kind of weird for him to do that, because he's a sensor thinky type. He's not always in his heart like I am. And then there was my friend that I'm close to, and he didn't know this about my mom. This was just a little family thing, the boo thing. Just family members knew that, It was silly. She shouldn't do it in public. She's just being cute with us. So he, within the matter of days, he was playing Scrabble with me as usual. And he typed boo. And he also had sent me one of many messages just from our usual talking over the years. And he used the boo. So that was two things within a matter of days. And after the second boo, I said, you're not going to believe this. I think the second boo was when he spelled it in Scrabble. And that's kind of a weird thing to spell, too, because we really fight to the death in our Scrabble games. We never talked about it, but I know we're both really trying to whip each other's ass. We try really hard, and we're pretty good at it. And you take advantage of every word you can. You don't usually spell a little one like that, but okay. So that was the boo in the note and the boo on the Scrabble, and I said, it's weird that you did that. This is the third boo in probably as many days, and that was something that my mom did. And he's such a sweet person. He would be the perfect empty vessel for my mom to utilize. He's so willing, he's so kind and so nice. And of course he would want me to make me feel better. And this is all unconscious, This is what I'm saying. Let me show you, how would he know to do that? Well, he doesn't know to do that, okay? But metaphysics, you'd understand, or maybe you might, try this out here with me. The one is the all, and the all is the one, okay? So you've got like, we're all just a fractal of all the same thing. So it's all kind of one mind, if you want to call it that, one mind or one heart, and we're little portions. We're not pieces, we're portions, and we're fractals of the whole, because we're complete in ourselves, but we're also part of something greater, okay? Kind of like a body has two arms. You might be an arm. That arm is still you. That arm is still part of the one. It's still you, but it is also known as a portion, which is the arm, okay? So it's not like my friend, like my mom just would like kind of influence, okay? Because you don't have a body anymore, you're consciousness. And consciousness can be anywhere and is everywhere, because again, it's the same one. So that's a little advanced, but you know, I don't mind the questions. Like people would say, well, how would he know to do that? He doesn't. He's just in a subconscious level, on a deeper level, on a more universal level, more of a soul level. He can be, you know, kind of like persuaded in that way. A part of him is agreeing to participate in making his friend feel better. And the story continues. Okay, there's one more thing I have to show you. This happened a month ago. Now my mom died, I don't even keep track because death doesn't mean anything to me. So probably like 4 years ago. A month ago, I'd found myself crying a little bit. Now, I didn't really have a lot of grief when she passed. And I wrote a very long story about that. It was for my school, for my master's. I had to write like a thesis, and I explained kind of the whole death thing and how I got through that and stuff. There was a turning point where it wasn't okay, and then it was okay, and so I don't cry a lot. I just kind of want to point that out. But once in a while, I'll miss her physicality. And so I was just having one of those moments. Because she's not gone. She's never been gone. She always told me she would never leave me, and she never did. I don't feel her gone. Once in a while, I will miss her physicality. So I think I was feeling kind of low anyway, so I had a couple of tears. And then the next morning, I woke up, and my Scrabble friend, and as we play every day for years, I asked him to play 4 games with me because I don't want to be a burden, but I really like my games. So anyway, I click it on, and here's what I see. And I took a picture of my phone so you could see what I saw. The games, 2 of the games, back to back. And here's what I saw. I don't know if you're getting it, but I almost want to cry again just looking at it. It's really beautiful to me. It's not a coincidence. Okay? This was the morning after I was crying. Now, again, you see this was his first game. You know how you start off in the middle? Believe me, if he had the letters, he would have spelled anything else. And another thing is, his mind is not really one to remember this stuff, okay? And then the next game, because they display them in order, look at what the word was on the next game, mutter. Are you kidding me? And it's the same guy. And I'm telling you, he would not mess with me. He does not have the inclination. He is not my type of person that's always like thinking about this stuff. He's just a normal person spelling his letters, but he is a sweetheart, and he would be a subconscious willing participant. And that was his word. That was him making the most of his tiles. Mutter. Boo, mutter. So, you know, I don't think I'm crazy. I mean, I know after she died, sometimes it's a little bit of reaching, but, you know, after my dad died, we blew 3 light bulbs in a row. And then the third light bulb, because it happened, you know, boom, boom, like that same day. And I said to my husband, if it happens one more time, I'm just letting you know right now before it happens, it's my dad. Because I again, with metaphysics, this is not uncommon for me to hear these things, because electricity is something that they can work with more easily from where they are, okay? Let's just put it that way. Now, you can imagine a spirit carrying a coffee cup across the room versus tinkering with something electric. You can see why one would be easier than the other, just to put it plainly. So anyway, I said that because I wanted a witness. So I said to my husband, if it happens one more time, I'm telling you it's my dad, because this is just, you don't have 3 light bulbs blow in a day and a half after somebody dies, just like that. And it never happens to change that many light bulbs. And then that same night, while we're sitting in the same spots, another one blew. And we don't even have that many light bulbs back then. We're in a small house. So, you know, you think your ego mind is the one playing tricks on you, and it's like, no, that's nothing. And that's how the sensor thinky types spend most of their lives. They really need concrete evidence, but that takes them away from so many other beautiful ideas that will stem off of allowing yourself to believe that other things are possible and that you don't have to prove everything, okay? So I showed this to my sensor thinker husband, and even he said, but that's all I got out of him, because he's just not that kind of person. But I don't know, that looks like evidence to me, right? So you guys tell me what you think. If you hung in there that long, it took me a little bit longer. I'm always uncomfortable talking for a long time. So that was my story. And I have more stories. So hopefully I'll see you another time. And thanks for hanging out with me, as always. Bye-bye.